worry about it the first night, sorry. So using the right analog, holding it down, I can take apart this bed. To the right, you can see the little bitty, I don't know what that shape is, but it's a piece of cloth. It'll tell me to craft fiber clothing, but if you can, cotton's better. Okay, so I have metal frame. I'm not going to worry about that right now because this early in the game. Okay, let me go through that again. This early in the game, I don't need metal. I don't have a foundry yet. I'm just not going to mess with it. So I'm holding down the square button, using my left analog to collect crafting, and then here's my bedroll. If I want, since it doesn't really matter, I can craft a bedroll. It wants me to do it up there. It'll give me a point anyway, so you want to do it, I guess. I'm not going to stay here, so I'll be picking it back up in the morning, but it doesn't matter. Basically, if I die tonight, I could spawn on this bedroll or near it, which is, if you had a zombie that killed you up here, I'd probably want to be near it. So I'm going to hold I just selected it with my left analog, use the right analog, pushing straight down, and it slotted it down here. Now back out of that. Using R1, selects across the top, left one, R1. So I'm going to go to my bedroll, and then you put it anywhere, and I used my L2 to place it. So now my bedroll is there, so my journal entry is happy. It'll give me a new one soon, but I'm probably going to skip over it. Alright, so now what it wants me to do, if you look at the top right, is to craft a stone axe. I already did. I can craft another one. It won't hurt. Before I did my favorites, so I can push my favorites to get there quicker, and there it is. So then I put your mouse on it, hit X, there it is over there, craft, and I use my left analog, so I'll go 1. That's going to make it happy, but as you level up, you want to replace these anyway. See, this is a level 1 axe, and this is a level 3 already. Okay, now up here on my upper right, if you can see, it wants me to do a bunch of fiber clothing. That's the fibers that I have. Up here on this menu, crafting has a lot of stuff. Now this is basics. There's house, like building. Right now I just have those two selected. But if I turn off my favorites, it has everything I can build. Turn it on, and it's the things I need right now. Resources, I still have it on favorites, so that's why it's not showing any. Got to turn that favorite off if you want to see. There's cloth fabric. I'm going to try to make cloth clothing soon. Ammo and weapons. So there's the bow, the club to bash them in the head with if I have to. Hopefully not. Arrow. I just pushed X. So I'm going over these. X. Going over them with my left analog and then hitting X. That brings them up. Then I can craft them. That's that. The left analog button. It shows the little picture of what you push. So you just push up. And there it just made me some arrows. Because I have feathers I picked up outside in that nest. And I have wood and I have rock. So I can make a few of those, which is probably a good idea at this early. Right now, if I got killed right this moment, the stuff I would spawn back with would be this. This stuff would be laying in my backpack wherever I died. I'm upstairs by my bedroll, so it would be right here. So I can keep crafting that. I don't want to use up all my rock and stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and hold off a little bit. I could make this game happy. You don't... plant fiber stuff like this it wants me to make a hood, I believe, pants. So I'm selecting it, pushing X, then I'm pushing craft on the D-pad. That's a little D-pad picture right there. And it shows it making it right here, and then it puts it in my inventory when it's done. So I made my pants, and now there's the shirt. So I put my mouse over it, basically, and then pushed X. And then I can push up on the D-pad. That crafts it. Shoes, same thing. Pushed X, up on the D-pad. It's crafting it. Now, I'm in the crafting menu right now, but if I hit R1, the next one over is my character. These are downloadable ones. Normally you'd be in like underwear if you just have the stock game. This is like a little pack from The Walking Dead. So this is one of the characters. So she looks like she's in clothes, but she's really not. It's basically underwear. So I will select the things, because now it wants me to make them. Oh, it actually wants me to make gloves too, I forgot. So I can go back if I want and make the gloves. They're not on this page, I think. Oh yeah, they are. Fiber gloves. So I selected it and pushed X, and then I pushed up on the D-pad, and that'll make the gloves in a few seconds. Alright. Now I've done all the things that wanted me to do there. I can go to the next screen, which is R1, and that's my character. Now, if I want to really quickly, the quickest way to do this is to put your mouse over it and then just push down on the right analog, so straight down. It's like R3, I think they call it. And now she's wearing the hood. R3, she's wearing the pants. R3. And those are really cool, aren't they? Anyway, I'll try to make cotton for myself because it's warmer, obviously. Alright, that's the sound that zombies are coming. So I'm going into sneak. It's just this creepy noise that you learn to hate. So now it wants me to craft a wooden club. See up there in the upper right? And that's probably a good idea. I'm going to go back to my favorites because that's an easier way to find it. Now my favorites right now, it's under clothing, and I didn't favorite any type of clothing. So if I want my favorites to show up for weapons, I have to go to ammo. There it is. If you want to ignore all the favorites, if you just have them turned off, you can get to everything that you need across there. And I'm just putting I'm using my left analog to select it and then pushing X to get to it. Left analog to select them. So I'm going to craft a wooden club, so that's going to be under the little knife, basically. And there's the wooden club. So I just selected it with my left analog, pushing X, and then right here on the D-pad it shows you what to do. You push up, and that crafts it. So now I have a weapon. Woohoo! So I pushed R3 straight down, and that put it in the slot. So now I've done everything it wanted me to there. Now it wants me to craft a wooden bow. Same thing. I go up to it, hit X, D-pad, craft it. I'm not sure what I'd want to slot it out. This is where you start playing this slotting thing where you're like, okay, I want this. I want all this stuff on me because I don't want to lose it, but I need everything. So I'm slotting this there. So I'm going to have my axe so I can chop things, my bow so I can hopefully shoot things. All right. Now up in the upper right wants me to craft arrows. I had already favorited them, but I've got it unchecked. If I just check the star and it's gold, or when I check it, it's gold, it brings up my favorites only. So I could do it that way, or I can just find it in the list either way. So again, D-pad up makes arrows. It wants me to craft 2 of them. So there we go. So now I've made it happy again. So basically what I'm getting is points. Craft a wooden frame, place a wooden frame, and then upgrade one. I hate doing that here. I'm not going to stay in this house. But if you make wooden frames, so let's take it off my favorite so I get everything. This is your whole list of everything. Cobblestone stuff, I wouldn't start with that to begin with. You have to have clay and things, and it's better to begin the beginnings of the game to just start off with wood stuff. So this is all the wood down here. Wood frame, I have it favorited, but there it is if you wanted to find it in the regular menu. Like I said, if you start using favorites, just remember to uncheck and check that as you need it. So wood frame, so to craft it, same thing, up on the D-pad, that makes a wooden frame. And now it's in there. Now, of course, to place anything, it has to be in your tool belt. So I have to take something out of here. I'm going to take my club out. I can make a new club easy. Stuff you can make easy, it's more likely if you die, then it's not as big a deal. Stuff like this pot, which are hard to find, I won't take out of that tool belt. So now I can put that. I held R3, and it placed it down here. You can also click on it with your X button and then drag it up there, but it's just as quick to just push R3 to go back and forth between those. So now my wood frame. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to back out. I forgot to tell you that. In menus, to back out, you just push 0. So now it's got that in front of me. Okay, so it's showing me you can't see anything right now. Let me place this really quick. Okay, if I have my torch in my hand and I hold down L2, see, I get to do it. Come on, place it. All right, there it goes. Okay, if you held down L2, it'll place it. You kind of just put it in the middle of the floor. Anyway, now I can see a little bit, so you just don't want to forget that. Forget that and run off. So I'm going to go over to place it. So what I did is I didn't tell you how to do that. So let's say I have those crafted. I R3'd it into my tool belt. So I can go back across with my R1 to select it, and then it'll tell me kind of where I can place it. Like, see, it's saying I can place one here. Then I push L2, so it's your bottom trigger, to place it. Okay, it's going to be a bit pain about it because there's stuff there. L2, so that placed it. Now if you see the wood frame, this is the only thing you can do that with is the frames. But see the triangle? I can pick it back up and it puts it back in my inventory. So now it's wanting me to place it again. So if you want to move one of those, or if you want to just kind of barricade yourself in with those, which isn't a super good idea, you just push L2 or triangle and you'll pick them back up. Then I can go back to my hammer. Now if you're going to upgrade something, which is what it wants me to do in my upper screen, it says place wood frame. Oh, it wants me to do 2 of them, so I guess I might as well do that other one. Alright, it doesn't matter. It's fine. Okay, so now I've done what it wants me to do up there in the screen, so I'm getting my little points there. So upgrade a wood frame. To do that, you're going to use I'm using my left and my right 1 to go back and forth across my tool belt. I grab the hammer. The hammer, when you focus on the frame, I'm going to hold down L2, so it's the bottom one. That's mostly what you do stuff with, and that reinforced it. So I held down on it, and it just basically added wood to it to make it sturdy. Now I can't pick that up again. Now the only way to get rid of it is to use R2, so the right side, bottom one, and you can chop it back down again. That's the only way you can once you've reinforced it. This is dangerous what I'm doing, because it's nighttime. They can hear me when I chop. If I stop, see, it's undetected still. Obviously, like a lot of other games, if they detect you, that thing goes, and then it's bad. I can't pick it up once I've reinforced it, even though it looks like just the frame. So this one I can, because I didn't do anything to it. So I can push triangle, it puts it back in my inventory. Now, hold down on the X again, go back to my inventory. I have some kind of important stuff, I guess. These glass jars are actually almost more important than this can of food. Actually, I'll go ahead and put those in there. The glass jars you can put water in. With this little pot, you can cook things in it. Otherwise, if you start off the game and you don't get the cooking pot, these cans are going to get you your clean water. So you're going to want to fill those up at a creek. And then you'll have to boil them in your little campfire. It's going to want me to... Oh, it wants me to upgrade another one? Dang it. Alright. It wanted me to upgrade 2 of the little boogers. I'm wasting resources. Alright. So I just placed it. That was with the L2 I placed it. And I'm going to my axe, and I'm going to hold down L2. Upgrade wood frame. I don't know what it's wanting me to do more. 2 out of 3. Oh, it wants me to do 3 of them. What a little booger. I'm making that noise because I'm jumping over the bed frame. Alright, I shouldn't be doing this at night. I'm kind of pushing my luck. Crafting like this stuff can draw zombies in. L2. There. Now I did what it wanted me to. If I want that wood back, I have to go this way. But again, I risk bringing zombies in doing that. They can hear noise and they know fire. Okay, we'll go ahead and leave this because now it wants me to craft a campfire. Let's wait till morning. So, for campfire, you can go to your basics. I don't have my favorites on right now, so it's showing everything I can make. So it's going to be in your basics, the basic things you need, obviously. So there's campfire, and you see you need a bunch of stones is all. You only need 8, and I have 14. So I can use my D-pad and craft it. And there it is done. So I push R3, and it puts it in my tool belt. That's the only way you can place something is you got to have it in your tool belt. So I'm just going to stand up to put it on top of this. It'll be easier. Okay. L2, placed it. Now it's happy. Good job, survivor. So that's your really basic stuff. If I want to take this back, I can use it, but if I want to take this back and put it in inventory, I have to destroy it all with the hammer. It could be worth it, but right now I don't want to be chopping on stuff. So I guess I'll go to the next screen for, another video to do the next one.